Casablanca? The name itself evokes images of Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, and a wartime romance shrouded in cigarette smoke and bittersweet nostalgia. The city, with its rich history and cultural significance, has captured the imagination of many across the globe. But long before Hollywood immortalized it, long before the French arrived, Casablanca was Anfa, a Berber settlement dating back to the 7th century. This ancient settlement was a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the Berber people, who carved out a thriving community on the edge of the Atlantic. The Berbers, North Africa's indigenous people, were drawn to the Atlantic coastline. The vast expanse of the ocean offered both opportunities and challenges, and the Berbers embraced both with equal fervor. They fished its waters, traded with passing ships, and established a thriving community. The sea was their lifeline, providing sustenance and a means of connection to the wider world. Anfa, meaning summit in Berber, was strategically positioned. Its elevated location offered a vantage point over the surrounding landscape, making it both a lookout and a beacon for travelers and traders. It overlooked a natural harbor, a sheltered cove that provided refuge from the open ocean. This natural feature was crucial for the Berbers, offering protection for their boats and a safe haven for trade. The Berbers were skilled seafarers, navigating the Atlantic currents and establishing trade routes along the coast. Their knowledge of the sea and its moods was unparalleled, allowing them to venture far and wide. Anfa became a hub for commerce, connecting the interior of Morocco with the wider Mediterranean world. The settlement buzzed with activity as traders from different regions converged to exchange goods, ideas, and cultures. Over centuries, the settlement grew, its identity intertwined with the ebb and flow of the sea. The rhythms of the ocean became the rhythms of life in Anfa, shaping its culture and traditions. However, Anfa's strategic location attracted attention, not all of it welcome. The very features that made it prosperous also made it a target. Its prosperity made it a target for raids and conquests. Various forces sought to control this valuable piece of land, leading to periods of conflict and upheaval. The Almoravids, a Berber dynasty that swept across North Africa in the 11th century, briefly ruled Anfa. Their influence brought new architectural styles and administrative practices to the settlement. The Marinids, another powerful Berber dynasty, followed in the 13th century. They too left their mark, contributing to the rich tapestry of Anfa's history. Each left their mark on the city, adding layers to its cultural tapestry. The blend of influences from different dynasties created a unique cultural mosaic that is still evident in Casablanca today. But it was the arrival of a European power, the Portuguese, that would forever alter the destiny of this ancient Berber settlement. Their conquest marked the beginning of a new chapter in Anfa's history, one that would see it transformed into the Casablanca we know today. Today, as we walk through the streets of Casablanca, we can still see the echoes of Anfa's Berber beginnings. The city's rich history is a testament to the enduring legacy of the Berber people and their indomitable spirit. The 15th century witnessed the dawn of the age of exploration. This era was characterized by unprecedented maritime adventures and the quest for new territories and trade routes. European nations, driven by ambition and curiosity, embarked on voyages that would change the course of history. European powers, driven by a thirst for new trade routes and riches, set sail across uncharted seas. These explorers braved the unknown, navigating through perilous waters and discovering lands that were previously beyond their imagination. Their journeys were fueled by the promise of wealth, spices, and the expansion of their empires. The Portuguese, at the forefront of this maritime expansion, reached the Moroccan coast. They were among the first to establish a significant presence in North Africa, recognizing the strategic importance of the region. Their arrival marked the beginning of a new chapter in Moroccan history, one that would see the blending of cultures and the rise of new cities. They saw in Anfa a valuable prize, a strategic port with access to the Atlantic trade winds. Anfa, with its advantageous location, offered the Portuguese a gateway to the riches of the Atlantic and beyond. The port's potential for trade and military advantage made it a coveted target for the ambitious explorers. In 1468, the Portuguese, under the command of Afonso V, attacked and destroyed Anfa. This aggressive move was part of their broader strategy to dominate the region and secure their maritime routes. The destruction of Anfa was a significant event, signaling the beginning of Portuguese influence in the area. They rebuilt the settlement, fortifying it against future attacks and renaming it Casa Branca, meaning White House in Portuguese. The new settlement was designed to withstand assaults and serve as a stronghold for Portuguese interests. Casa Branca quickly became a symbol of Portuguese resilience and ambition. This marked the beginning of the city's transformation. Over the years, Casa Branca evolved from a fortified settlement into a bustling hub of trade and culture. The Portuguese influence was evident in the city's architecture, layout and daily life, setting the stage for its future growth. The Portuguese constructed a fortress, the Castelo de Casablanca, on the ruins of the old Berber settlement. This fortress served as both a defensive structure and a statement of Portuguese power. It was a testament to their engineering skills and their determination to maintain control over the region. It served as a base for their trading operations and a symbol of their growing influence in the region. The fortress became a center of commerce, attracting traders from various parts of the world. It was here that goods were exchanged, cultures met, and the seeds of a cosmopolitan city were sown. However, Portuguese control over Casablanca proved short-lived. Despite their initial success, the Portuguese faced numerous challenges that weakened their hold on the city. The tides of fortune began to turn against them as internal and external pressures mounted. Internal struggles in Portugal, coupled with growing resistance from the Moroccan people, weakened their grip on the city. The Portuguese were beset by political turmoil and economic difficulties at home, which made it increasingly difficult to maintain their overseas territories. Meanwhile, the Moroccans, determined to reclaim their land, mounted a fierce resistance. In 1515, the Sardians, a Moroccan dynasty, captured Casa Branca, expelling the Portuguese and reclaiming the port. This victory was a significant moment in Moroccan history, as it marked the end of Portuguese dominance and the restoration of local control. The Sardians' triumph was celebrated as a symbol of national resilience and pride. The city, now known by its Spanish name Casablanca, once again found itself under Moroccan rule. The return of Moroccan governance brought about changes in the city's administration and development. Casablanca began to grow and evolve, influenced by its rich history and the various cultures that had left their mark on it. But the Portuguese interlude left an indelible mark, introducing European architectural styles and influencing the city's evolving identity. The legacy of the Portuguese era could be seen in the buildings, streets, and cultural practices of Casablanca. This blend of influences contributed to the unique character of the city, making it a melting pot of traditions and innovations. Fast forward to the 20th century, a period of rapid change and upheaval. The world was undergoing significant transformations, and Morocco was no exception. The early 1900s marked a time of intense colonial interest in the region. Morocco, strategically located at the crossroads of Africa and Europe, attracted the attention of colonial powers. Its position made it a valuable asset for any empire looking to control trade routes and expand its influence. France, eager to expand its empire, saw in Morocco a valuable prize. The French were determined to establish their dominance in North Africa, and Morocco was a key part of their strategy. In 1912, France established a protectorate over Morocco, effectively taking control of the country's affairs. This move marked the beginning of a new era for Morocco, one that would see significant changes in its social, economic and political landscape. Casablanca, with its strategic port and growing economic potential, became a focal point of French colonial ambitions. The city's port was a gateway to the Atlantic, making it an essential hub for trade and military operations. Under French rule, Casablanca underwent a dramatic transformation. The once modest port town began to evolve into a modern city, reflecting the ambitions of its colonial rulers. French administrators, driven by a vision of modernity, embarked on ambitious urban planning projects. They aimed to create a city that would not only serve their economic interests, but also stand as a testament to French architectural and urban design prowess. Wide boulevards inspired by Parisian avenues were carved through the city centre. These grand thoroughfares were designed to facilitate movement and commerce, as well as to impress both locals and visitors with their grandeur. Elegant buildings showcasing European architectural styles sprang up alongside traditional Moroccan riads. This blend of architectural influences created a unique cityscape that reflected the complex interplay of cultures in Casablanca. Casablanca became a showcase of French urban design, a symbol of their colonial ambitions. The city's new look was meant to project an image of progress and modernity, aligning with the broader goals of the French colonial project. The French also invested heavily in Casablanca's infrastructure. They recognized that a modern city required modern amenities and facilities to support its growth and development. They modernized the port, expanding its capacity and transforming it into one of the largest on the African continent. This expansion was crucial for boosting trade and ensuring the efficient movement of goods and resources. Railways were constructed, connecting Casablanca to other major cities in Morocco and facilitating trade. These rail links were vital for integrating the Moroccan economy with the broader French colonial network. The city's population swelled as Moroccans from rural areas flocked to Casablanca in search of work and opportunity. The promise of employment in the burgeoning urban economy drew many to the city, contributing to its rapid growth. Casablanca, once a modest port town, was rapidly becoming a bustling metropolis, a symbol of Morocco's uneasy entry into the modern world. The city's transformation under French rule was a testament to the profound impact of colonialism on Morocco's urban and social fabric. As the world descended into the chaos of World War II, Casablanca found itself thrust onto the global stage. The city's strategic location, its importance as a port and transportation hub, made it a crucial asset for the Allied forces. In 1942, American forces landed in Casablanca as part of Operation Torch, the Allied invasion of North Africa. The city became a key base for Allied operations in the region. It was during this tumultuous period that Casablanca hosted one of the most consequential meetings of the war. In January 1943, US President Franklin Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill met in Casablanca for a 10-day conference. The Casablanca Conference, as it came to be known, brought together Allied leaders to discuss war strategy and the future of a post-war world. While the conference itself was shrouded in secrecy, its outcome resonated far beyond the walls of the Anfa villa where it was held. The Allies agreed to demand unconditional surrender from the Axis powers, a declaration that shaped the course of the war. Casablanca, once a distant outpost, had become a pivotal location in the fight against fascism. The city's wartime experiences, its moments of intrigue and global significance, would be forever etched in its collective memory.